Hey everyone, welcome back to the 12 Days of Black Christmas. This is night number 2. What I'm reviewing for tonight is the movie Deathcember. I got this in the in the November horror pack. And what you have here essentially is a 145-minute long anthology film. And what makes it kind of work is it works like an advent calendar, so like each day you open a thing and you get a story. And what makes this also interesting is the fact that, so you'd think there'd be 24. There's actually 26 because there are two stories that actually play during the credits. So if you're watching this and, you're getting to the end, watch through the credits. You get an extra two stories there that are pretty good. So, each movie on this, I'll say movie, they're about, 5 minutes max each one. They're not overly long, but there's some good directors in here. And this kind of suffers from what all anthology movies suffer from, in that you have good stories and you have bad stories, and none of the ones in this are actually overly bad. But the problem is, you have like a Christmas horror movie. You'd think all the anthology things would be about Christmas. There's a couple in here that aren't. They're just like completely. They just feel like they were thrown in just to fill space, essentially. Yeah. As for the directors, you have Lucky McKee. He did a really good one. That was a really interesting little story. Pollyanna McIntosh, she was in Offspring and The Woman and Darlin. She's a pretty good director, honestly. Ruggero Deodato's one, that is genuinely that's a good one. But what stands head and shoulders above all of the ones in here is the 9th story. I'm not sure exactly who, I can't remember who directed it, but it's all done in claymation. So you're probably thinking, like, what the hell, claymation? Like, that's really going to be... it is so messed up. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. Just watch the movie, you'll get to that end, this is what happened with me. I watched it, I got to the end of it, and I was just kind of like... It kind of blew my mind. It's very twisted. Not in an overly gory way, but it's just, like, you watch and you're like, I can't believe they went there. But they went there. All in all, really solid release. Really solid. That is the pinnacle, as far as I'm concerned. The other stories, they're all pretty good. You got your standard, you got your killer Santa Clauses, you got, you get this one story, in particular, it's called, Let's Kill Santa, I think. And it has a scene in it that almost feels lifted from The Exorcist 3. And if you know The Exorcist 3, you know exactly which scene I'm talking about. It's the one everyone talks about in Exorcist 3, where the chick comes running out with the scissors, You get a scene kind of like that where something is happening right here, and then all of a sudden, someone comes zooming in, and it actually kind of made me jump a little bit. Just a bit. All in all, it's a really solid release. I definitely recommend it if you're, Christmas horror fan, obviously. If you're an anthology fan, and honestly, I'll put it this way, if you're a fan of Raven Banner, they're the ones that released this. I love Raven Banner. They're one of my favorite companies, and, Canadian company. So from what I know, this is pretty much a Canadian release. I don't know if, it has a release down in the States or anything, but, we can get it up here. All in all, pretty good. For a rating, I gotta give it 8 out of 10. Honestly, like I was saying, the thing with anthologies is you always get those couple of stories that people have just put in. It almost feels like they've been put in just to pad it. And there's, I'll give you an example. There's like this like sci-fi story, and it's this person, they're like working somewhere, and then I don't know, all this stuff happens. It's if you watch it, you'll know it when you get to it. Honestly, I think maybe it's set in December, so that's why it's like in a Christmas thing. I guess I don't know. Um, Most of them feel pretty good, but some of them feel like, you know, if we set this at Christmas, we can get onto this anthology. Might not be the case, but that's just how it comes across. But yeah, 8 out of 10, really solid. Pick it up or stream it, whatever you want to do. It's definitely worth it. That's it for me. See you next time.